Hey folks, Mike Murtis from GamerLogic.net here, and we are opening up a brand new Super Nintendo Entertainment System game here. This is Unholy Night, and I believe it's a one-on-one fighting game. This came from Amazon today, and I figured, hey, how many times do you actually get to open in 2017 a brand new Super Nintendo game? So I figured I'd make this a special occasion and show the opening of the box and get a little impressions of the game itself. And why don't we do a video of that? It made perfect sense, right? So here we go. This is Unholy Night. This is the front of the box, some decent artwork here. We flip it over to the side here. In the City of Darkness, you are either the hunted or the hunted. So one-on-one fighting game with a variety of different options here. Original one-on-one fighting game from the creators of multiple past masterpieces, dynamic combat system with special attacks, cross attacks, guard cancel attacks, tactical attacks, and super special attacks. 32 megs of 16-bit fighting game bliss, compatible with the SNES system. So very much like a box that you would get for any Super Nintendo game back in the day. This looks a little different, but close enough. Box is printed in fairly good quality, just like you would get at the store. Unfortunately, this box does have a couple dings on it here in the corner, and that is mostly due to Amazon's piss poor shipping of this particular game. I had a record that was coming along with this, and they just threw this game in the box. No inner box, no packaging to protect it. No, it was just flinging around in the Amazon delivery vehicle. So a little unfortunate there. I think they're unfortunately used to just shipping CD-based games where those can take a beating. There's not much in terms of packaging. So my only major complaint there, but it could have been a lot worse, but just something to keep in mind. If you get it from Amazon, try not to order anything else with it. You may have a better chance of getting a smaller box to go with it. So why don't we pop this thing open and see what we got, shall we? Always hate opening these flaps because they always crease. And hey, look at that. We have an actual instruction manual, tiny instruction manual actually, that reminds me of a Super Famicom game rather than a Super NES game. See that there. Pretty basic for your manual. I mean, how to play it, all that good stuff. All the different characters and the art. Not too much going on there. And then we have the cartridge itself, which this reminds me of the same cartridge that you would get if you ordered a Super NES Power Pack from Retro USB. Very similar. I believe this is like a universal cart, so it can be played in a Super Famicom or Super Nintendo. I hope this will fit in a Super Nintendo. It should. Yeah, I believe so because it's got the spots for the tabs here. But pretty basic. No top label, unfortunately, which is a little annoying, but well, we'll be keeping this in the box anyway, so it's not a big deal. So there you go. You got your game. You've got your manual. And you got the little tray that it comes in. Anything else in here? Nope. And you got your box. So pretty basic stuff. No posters or registration cards or anything like that. But let's get out of the unboxing phase and get into actually playing the game and seeing what it looks like. All right, well, here we go. Here is the title screen of Unholy Night, the Darkness Hunter. And, well, what else is there to say other than let's get into this game and see what it's like. Okay, we got story mode, versus mode, survival mode, practice mode, ranking, and option. We'll go into option. Sound is either on, normal difficulty, exit. And let's go into story mode. There is rumor in between those living the battle of the dark side. Coffin of strongest vampire in medieval. Right to revival this. Wow. Text is really, really fast, and the cutscenes ran a little choppy there. So it looks like we have the 3 characters: Hunter side, Blaze, Reinhardt, Emily, Kronos, Warzel, and hello, Nightmare. Little pixelated character art there. Like low JPEGs. Oh, I see whether you are looking for the coffin, but no one can disturb me. Wow. That's abrupt cut. Alright. So B's got some punching action. A's got some slashing action. X has got like an overhead slash. Looks like Y charges stuff. Back blocks, I'm assuming. Nothing with L and R. Or is that just another charging thing? I think so. You can dash. Okay. Looks like a double quarter circle does your kind of super attack. So I can charge with that. So it looks like it's got a 3-bar system similar to like a Street Fighter Alpha. So right off the bat here, I will tell you that the play screen is pretty small. The Knights of the Saint, all of you kind of out of what? Wow, I can't even read this. Dampier Hunter. Wow. To back what I was saying, this is a very, very, very low-res looking fighting game. I mean, you plug in Street Fighter, and it still looks sharp in my opinion. It almost looks like they had a lot higher res sprites for this, and they had to just tone them down for the Super Nintendo eventually. Also, it's this is choppy. Like it doesn't flow nice. And this is running, the video capture is running at 60 frames a second. So you'll probably see it across here, but it just doesn't seem very smooth at all. And this is being played on a Super NES through RGB. And seemingly the music is the same too. Your ability are impossible to find the coffin. Go back and be a mage. Alright, Guile. Blaze, it's been a while. I'll get the coffin and kill you. Same music. I mean, look at those backgrounds. Those are super, super pixelated. And the AI is not too bright. And even the animations seem like they skip a ton of frames. Vampire like you should felt the sign of coffin. If Kronos can be trusted, Dragon Palace is somewhere in Romania, or maybe it is worth for search. Wow, this had very, very, very minimal translation. Grr, damn hunter, I'll knock you into hell. And borrowed from Darkstalkers. Whoa. It just crashed on me. It actually crashed on me. So I'm going to reset. Wow. Not a good sign. We'll go into story mode and we'll select a different character here, but I am not impressed by this. I'll go with Nightmare here. Very disappointing, because this is by some developers that worked on Neo Geo games. Some of them were fairly decent, but this is just so substandard. Foo foo foo. Yeah, there's just not a lot of flow to this game. So, unfortunately, as far as do I give this game a recommendation, my honest answer is no. This kind of really feels like those very average, run-of-the-mill fighting games that was produced during the Street Fighter II era when everyone wanted a piece of that Street Fighter II pie. So, you know, other than the box looking nice, the concept looking cool, the game underperforms. You just saw it crash on me. It uses the same music track throughout the entire thing, and everything is just really, really low res. And again, I don't mean that because it's a Super Nintendo game. It just, like, everything from the backgrounds to the characters all seem like very, very low graphically powered sprites. Very poor, unfortunately. So overall, I recommend that you don't pick this up unless you just want a brand new Super NES game to put on your shelf. I personally can't recommend it. So yeah, that's kind of it. Thanks for watching, guys.